Hello everybody, my name is Aceface. People have been telling me to use the Minmatar ships in the Abyss because there's a clear bias that I've not been using a whole lot of Minmatar ships in the Abyss, especially on the frigate side of things. I have tried a Rifter a long time ago, but it did not end well. The thing is though, me personally, I'm not a big fan of the appearance of the Minmatar ships. That is the main reason, if I can be completely honest. But because many of you guys want to see it, I'll do it anyway. So we're going to be trying out the Jaguar here, and the Jaguar I think is actually one of those Minmatar ships that looks pretty decent. I think overall the Minmatar Rift model is pretty decent. Like it's got a pretty cool looking, sleek appearance, and I also like this frost camo it's got as well. I think that looks really cool. So it's something that I actually never really thought about looking until I actually did look at the Minmatar ships is that they have a pretty interesting resist profile. And especially for the Abyss, it can be very favorable because the thing is here, look, we're going to be doing this in T2 electrics then. We're not going to be doing T1s. I want to just jump into T2 straight away. If you have a frigate that can solo T2s, that is really good. If you can do it especially fast, that's really good too. So we're going to be doing T2 electrics in this. And it's very nice with the Jaguar because it can do all damage types. It's not got like any particular damage type it has to have. So we can use EM missiles that do the same damage as Inferno missiles, etc, etc. Now if you group these, we can just put them in here. You see here, and it makes the same DPS, so that's good. It's not like locked to a particular damage type. So depending on like some waves, like the Rogue Drone Overmind especially, it's important to be able to do a particular damage type there because the Rogue Drone Overmind, for example, has a very low EM resist in the shield, and the shield is pretty big, and I think it's got a low thermal or kinetic resist in the armor. So it's also got big armor. So it can be very useful to be able to switch around a bit here to do more damage in those waves that take a ton of time. Naturally, we'll be using mostly Mjolnir because of the weather effect, but some waves it can still be favorable to use the like different damage type that is more applicable to what the NPC you're fighting here. And it's very nice with this fit right here because it was so tight. Like look here, 2 cam batteries, a Pithi C-type small shield booster. It's a pretty like expensive shield booster. It's a 80 mil, I think, something like that, depending on like what the prices go for, but it's not like really cheap. But otherwise, most of all, it's pretty cheap. Like Tech 2, these Republic Fleet small cap batteries, not super expensive. I think 12 million each. Tech 2 Afterburner, Tech 2 Multispectrum, Tech 2 Ballistic control systems, etc, etc. And we got this small autocannon here to give some complementary DPS. I think it'll be useful in those waves, like the battleship waves, where we need a little bit more extra DPS, and it fit really nicely because this thing right here uses basically no fitting requirements almost, so it's really nice to put in that extra high slot. So either way, let's jump straight into the Abyss. Hope we don't go and die in a big fireball, but we will hopefully pull through. We're going to go for agitated electric. Something I've noticed is that like when you look at frigate Abyss, especially if you're doing it solo, it's usually better to do T1s, like unless you're using like really good assault frigates, like the Retribution, a really good assault frigate. It's usually better to do the T1 solo because the thing is, the T2s do take quite a bit more time, so in the end, for the extra loot, it's not a big difference, and there's a lot more risk involved in the T2s. Alright, there we go. Now we'll jump here into the Abyss. We're going to go to the safe spot. One thing I don't like about this model, though, I will say, I don't like all these solar panels going on. I like the original Rifter. It doesn't have solar panels like these Tech 2 ships have. Like, why do we need to have solar panels in these ships? I don't understand. It feels a bit strange when we got all these advanced Eve ships and they've got solar panels. Maybe they need to be environmentally friendly or something. That's what they're trying to do here. Maybe they're trying to promote. Okay, we'll make ourselves in the fleet. Always important to do that. Come on. I can't right click. I'm right clicking. A bit of lag. The thing is, the test server always has a bit of lag. Or not always, but it has, generally speaking, a lot laggier connection compared to the usual server tranquility. There's also drones here, so this is a very mixed bunch of damage we've got going on here. You can see here, we've got 150 DPS from the missiles, 24 and 34 from the turrets and drones respectively. And we're going to have a crazy capacity in the electrical Abyss because we've got 2 cam batteries. When we're cap stable not in the Abyss, we will be really cap stable when we are in the Abyss. Really nice thing is that the agitated electrics cost hardly anything. Like anything T2 to T1, they hardly cost anything. It doesn't really matter which filament you take. So usually the electrics will be the optimal one to do because it's really easy to get a good like tank there due to the capacitor bonus. Okay, FE Altis shouldn't be too bad. Let's go here. I'll organize the modules a little bit more like this. And we'll see now. We'll go for the frigates first, maybe. Nothing really deadly here. Pretty fast. Little wolf. No, not wolf, a Jaguar. I mean, I keep mixing them up. Shows how little I use these types of ships. But we should be tanking pretty good right here. We'll just use the EM. I can use the autocannons as well to get some little extra DPS right there. I'm going to apply really good to the small stuff too. Yeah, he's quite fast. He's getting out of range, this little escort over here. It's nice having some little drones to help you that can just fly out there. See if we can orbit some of these Ephialtises actually, because we're pretty fast. We should be able to orbit them, but I think they have a speed that is a bit quicker than us when because they're orbiting. So usually when stuff orbits, they go a bit slower. I think they will go faster than us when we are directly approaching. Like, look at that guy. Do you see him? He's trying to go away from us because we're approaching him. We'll go for this guy over here. Is it this one? Oh, it's this one right back here. Let's go for this one then. We'll try orbiting this guy. Let's see if the drones are not taking a whole lot of aggro. It wouldn't surprise me. They're not particularly dangerous drones anyway. It's not too bad. Look at that tank. Look how good tank we've got. We could have maybe put a assault damage control. The issue is with this ship, you really have problems with the CPU. So I had to put this core processor right here. But maybe switched around some modules to get some better CPU. But oh, Acolyte's taking damage. No! It's good that we've got some extra drones in case of damage. It's not like the whole world if we lose some drones. It won't permanently affect our DPS. Look how good we're tanking. Wow. So good tank. No implants as well. No implants. No implants at all. The main thing is just that this is a ship that's not particularly good when it comes to its like overall DPS. It's not gonna like we've got 150 DPS from these missiles. We've got 3 damage mods as well. Bayloading Accelerator 2 and 2 ballistic control systems, and there's still 150 DPS, and then you got 50 extra DPS between the drones and autocannons. Autocannons are half the time not even going to hit. Mainly your drones and missiles. But I guess if you look compared to, for example, a Hawk, in some ways it could be better because we're able to do the optimal damage type all the time. So we'll be able to do EM here, and then certain waves that take a long time, like a rogue drone overmind, we'll be able to do like explosive or thermal, whatever is the lowest resistance armor, because it's got very high resistances. So I think it will be more like better to just go for the lower. Oh, Acolyte taking damage. It'll be better to go for like the most optimal damage based on its like natural resistances rather than the weather type, because the higher your natural resistances are, the lower they're affected by the weather effect. I think that's how it works at least. Okay, let's see now. We've got this combinative cache over here. I wonder if a Dragoon could solo T2s actually, because I think that Dragoon has very good potential because it's got like a lot of high slots, a lot of low slots. It's even got a decent amount of mid slots too. So I think that it does actually have potential to solo T2s. I've never tried it, but I think definitely if you go with a little bit of blink, like semi-blink, maybe the total fit and ship will cost maybe 70 million. I think you could possibly solo the T2s. Not 100% sure if you can, but I'm pretty sure you could, especially if you pilot well. The issue is like it's hard to speed tank there, but you'll have good capacity since you've got the mid slots to have 2 camp batteries. Really, you'll be so powerful in terms of neutralizing resistances. You won't have to worry too much, because like here, we've got 2 camp batteries. We don't have to think too much about newts here. Obviously, we have to be a bit careful, right? But it's not like it's going to be too crazy. Like 14 gigajoules to spare on a frigate is kind of crazy. I won the Tesla, so I'm not going to bother looting here. But we're going to continue on instead to the next room. And you can see here, time is not the best. I mean, like 4 minutes for a T2, I wouldn't say that's pretty good. It's not pretty good right there. It's a little bit more loot, I guess, than a T3 if you were to sort of multiply it. Usually T2 is half the amount as T3. So it's sort of like 1.5 T3s, I guess. So I'm curious now how this wave will be, because this is where we have high EM resist going on, but we have like EM damage coming in, but we have good EM and thermal resist, so hopefully we'll be tanking pretty good, especially since we are like a bullet, since this min-matar assault frigate is like got a little afterburner and it's going really fast, 1k plus a second. Okay, let's take our drones, go for the frigates, I guess, since the Devoted Knight is out of range. Let's see if we can tank the Devoted Knight. Orbit current, just orbit at the current range. Devoted Knight misses completely. Look at Devoted Knight can't hit us. Oh, it did, but look at that, 88 damage only. So pretty good right there. Yeah, it's pretty powerful. I wonder if we can even like just face tank this guy. It'd be kind of cool to see. We're getting grazing, so it is doing some damage, so we don't want to get too cocky right here. Let's see now. Oh, I hate the deviant automatic suppressors taking out our drones and our missiles. We'll have to get closer. Let's see if we can tank here. Maybe we'll eat my words soon, but... Okay, we're taking a big wrecking shot from Devoted Hunter. Okay, not a Devoted Knight. I was hoping that was Devoted Knight, because it would be like, oh, that was all of that was just a wrecking shot. I think we need to get full range here. Oh, maybe not. I don't know. The Acolyte's taking so much damage. It's annoying. Deviant automatic suppressor is really annoying right here. Let's try to pull some range, maybe. Yeah, Acolyte's getting shattered by this Deviant automatic suppressor. Unbonus light drones don't have a good time in the Abyss. We will have to just brawl this, to be honest. Let's just brawl this. The Deviant automatic suppressor is putting too much pressure on us. Look at those drones. They almost died right there. Yeah, I think we can tank them, though. Devoted Knight penetrating shot, 170 damage. We're getting quite a hefty shield boosting, I think. Yeah. I think if we just keep transversal up, orbit this guy at 500, we shouldn't have too much of problems. We shouldn't have too much problems there. Can take these guys out now, maybe? Can take the drones on this little Devoted Hunter. We're not doing any damage, just everything is getting shot down by this stupid Deviant automatic suppressor. It's really annoying right here. Why did they have to orbit exactly? Like, we're just basically doing all damage from our autocannon, essentially. Let's just approach this guy. Look at that. Our neutralizing resistance is pretty good. Ah. Look at these guys. We're not even able to approach them properly because they're webifying us. Who's webifying us? Devoted Knight is webifying. Okay. Let's see now. We're at least hitting with our missiles. And I think the missiles, they hit a little bit more if you are very close. Because I think it has less time for the Deviant automatic suppressor to shoot them down. This is just anecdotal evidence, not scientifically proven. But it is... oh, now we're out of range even from the Deviant automatic suppressor. Perfect. Okay. Look at this. We're just face tanking a Devoted Knight just like that. It really shows the power of the min-matar resistances. We've got so much EM and thermal. It's got a really good resist profile for the Abyss. Like, EM resist, good for angels and these guys. And angels are usually the ones that like to wreck the little frigate spawns anyway. Like, all the frigate sites anyway. And then you've also got thermal. Good thermal resist too, which is really good for Triglavians. And then we've got also good explosive, which is also good for Triglavians. And then... on top of that, the kinetic one is then the lowest one, and hardly anything in the Abyss really does kinetic, so it's really good that we've got the low kinetic resistance and then boosting all the other resistance types, because pretty much kinetic is the least important here, so it's really nice that we're just boosting up all these good important resistances. And can we get closer now, please? We can orbit maybe? Oh, we were faster. I don't know why we're drifting away. Let's orbit this guy at 500. He's neuting us, but who cares? Yeah, who cares? Only the timer cares, because we're taking forever. Look at our drones, man. They're absolutely shattered right here. Just like I felt this morning when I woke up. That's what these drones are like. Yeah, the Jaguar with this Pithi C-type small shield booster seems to be very strong. Very strong. I worry mostly about time here. I think maybe Kikimora might be deadly. Might. But you could probably kite them. Vedmak could also be problematic if there's a lot of neutings. The Angel, I don't actually think it'll be a problem with the Angel, because you've got so good resistances. And they're going to get close. They're going to be in your autocannon range. I actually think it'll be a walk in the park in the Angels. Now, this is just what I think, okay? Don't take that for hard fact. But based on my experience of running hundreds and hundreds of Abyss sites, I think that it'll be a walk in the park. We might see in this next wave right here. Time, not good. Not good at all. And that was sort of made bad because of this Deviant automatic suppressor right here. Short range one as well. Short range ones are worse than the medium range ones. This has been a fun abyssal adventure so far. Pretty impressed with what this can do. It really shows how those like resist profiles help a lot. For example, if we go for the Retribution, the natural resistance on the Retribution is not the best for the Abyss. I mean, it's good to have that explosive, but the thermal is that's annoying. Triglavians can mess you up. Okay, let's go here. It just annoys me so much that this ship doesn't have the DPS. Like Hawk doesn't have the most DPS. Okay, I guess we get to test against Kikimoras now. We'll go with Nova Fury. I think Nova will be better. What is their best resist type here? Okay, I think maybe. Oh no, we'll go for the thermal one. I think thermal will be better with regards to their shields. Let's go for the thermal one. I think because they've got their shields will die a lot quicker. Then they've got still a very high kinetic explosive resistance in their shields. So what we're going to try to do here is sort of kite them, I guess. I worry a bit about their remote reps too. Their remote reps might be problematic. Let's go here and see what we can do. Acolytes, do your magic. Oh, look at here. Look at that shield just popping like that. Oh, there's big hits now from the Kikimora. Gonna have to take this guy out quickly. And we're taking a lot of damage now. Kiki is doing all the work, and we're not even taking damage from the Damavix. This does not look good, actually. Does not look good. Look how much it's taking to take out this Kikimora. Look, they're even out-repping us. Are they out-repping us? No, they can't be out-repping us. Come on now. They got all those remote reps, though. Oh, we might die here. We do not want to go for the orange clad either. Okay, we're slowly getting through their reps. This does not look good. If we just keep this up, I guess we could kill them with him down slowly, but surely. Might need to have explosive missiles, actually. What is the EM resist here? Okay, yeah, I think it is actually better to go for explosive missiles against these guys. Even though the shields are down a bit quicker, they hardly had any shields. Nova. There we go. I'm gonna have to keep having the drones do their thing. Might have to overheat. Let's overheat the missiles too. Can just blast down this Kiki. There we go. Come on, wreck him, please. Wait, they're actually doing full damage to us? So, let's just get in close and use our autocannons, because look, they're doing full damage. But then again, the Damavik is not doing damage. No, let's not do that. I was thinking that since we're getting hit anyway by the Kikimoras all the time, may as well just go in close, use the autocannons, but the Damaviks are not really doing anything. They're just remote repairing those guys, it seems. Okay, come on now. Kikimora, die. Die, please. Yeah, we have to be a little bit careful that... Look, our reps are... oh my god, booster, come on, booster. Have to overheat everything we got. Come on. I think if we just wreck this one, then it should be... Okay, good. There we go. We destroyed one of those Kikis. Oh, we just like everything's on fire right here. That's one thing that's good here, I guess, that we can also overheat the Afterburner to just pull out of range, because after 30 kilometers, these Kikimoras, they can't really hit you that well. Okay, good. So now I think it won't be too problematic. We've got some remote reps off from the other Kikimora. And we'll be doing a bit quicker now that we've got the Nova Furies here. We could have maybe had some Warriors. That could have been an alternative right here. Warriors will obviously be doing... probably be doing more damage to these guys. It's weird. They've got this strange AI. Sometimes the Damaviks, they like to brawl. Sometimes they like to just AFK and remote repair like they're doing right now. It's a bit weird. I would have hoped us to do tank more though, but unfortunately that's not the case. We're not tanking more. No. Okay. Let's see now. He's going down. And let's just brawl now. Time to brawl. Because we should use our autocannons as well. Since I guess these guys are not even caring about us, we may as well have actually used our autocannons this whole time. Because they didn't seem like they were at all interested, these Damaviks. Maybe we should have just, from the get-go, just got really close. And in fact, we could have even maybe orbited at 500 on those Kikimoras. Maybe they would have applied worse to us. I mean, who knows? Because these autocannons are one of the best tracking weapons in the game. Missiles don't really care too much if you're orbiting at 500. So I think actually would have been a good thing to go and just charge in. Maybe some other time when I test this fit, we'll see if we can just charge into a Kikimora wave and pop them. But again, the time is not that great. Time is not that great. I would have hoped the time to be better, but it's not, unfortunately. It's not. Just the DPS in the ship really is lacking. I guess that's what you get for getting the Omni damage type you get from this. And the amount of mid slots you get. You get a lot of mid slots and low slots. You don't have a lot of low slots on the Hawk. Hawk only has 2 low slots. Some cool scenery. Like this looks like the sky. Looks like the sky here in the background. Maybe it could have also been an alternative to take out the Damavix, but I don't think so, because the Damavix weren't doing anything, those were more repairing, so it would have made killing the Kikimoras faster, but the Kikimoras were, you know, spooling up damage on us as well. So maybe it could have been good to kill the Damavix first, but I don't know, it depends how well we were to be able to tank them if we're at point blank range. Damavik, because especially when we're keeping range like we were doing before, probably the Kikimoras will be able to do a lot of damage to us since they got good transversalness as well, like they're getting some good hits going on. But I still think that Entropic Disintegrators, they got pretty good tracking. Like if we just simulate a Kikimora now, I don't think this is like the actual NPC Kikimora. But if we go here and do like Light Entropic Disintegrator 2, or maybe go with Occult, where's the range here? 15, Mystic maybe. This is probably what they're using, something like that. 250. So we'll out-track them with our autocannon, so that's good. But I'm not sure if it will make such a big difference to orbit them at 500 or not. Maybe it will, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Okay, I'll wreck this guy over here. Get a bit of a reload going on. And again, this time is really bad for T2s. You may as well just do T1s, and you would probably get the same amount of ISK and a lot more chill as well. You wouldn't be risking your ship like this. But I really like using a beam retribution here, because retributions are very powerful. They can solo T2s pretty easily, and actually do them pretty fast as well. So I really like them to use them to solo the T2s. I haven't been doing them for a while though, but they are very powerful in the T2s. Could have some decent ISK if you get good at it. It requires a lot of skill to pilot them properly though. Beam MWD retributions. Striking Dama going down now. Alright, let's see now what the final time was. 18 or 17 minutes. Not good, not good. But the Jaguar managed to pull through, and we used really one bling module, and I guess two if you count these guys. I mean, it's alright. It's alright. It managed to face tank a Devoted Knight. That's very impressive, I think. It managed to completely not care about his newts. Really impressive in that regard. So, I don't know. It's probably good. It can do the T2s, but if it is worth it, probably not. Maybe you could have swapped out these two drones here just for some warriors. We could do the Kikimoras faster. But still, I didn't like that speed we were doing them at the end. It was very slow. So either way, Jaguar T2 Solo Abyss. Hope you guys enjoyed the video right here. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. I'll catch you guys later.